Money 111, man. I'm a flipper, man. I'm having. Skirt, skirt. Let's get it. Flipper. Whoa. Hey, man, having a gang, man. Hear me? Having. Hey, understand me. They carry gang good at my family. Only good might do. I want a Grammy. I like to stun a lot. Had to get the bitch that's fancy. Pull up, stir in the pen. I never did me a Chevy. White Billy came a long way from dropping the shade. I'm swerving and my back have been hurting. Why am I really heavy? I'm swerving.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Los Angeles Lakers as they go up against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Looking at Minnesota, their record has fallen off the pace they set last season. No team wants to see that regression. They're looking to turn things around, and we'll see how they do tonight.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live in Los Angeles at the Staples Center. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. This game marks the end of this stretch at home for the Lakers. Back on the road tomorrow. They've definitely started the season right with a hot start.
And you know, for the Lakers, yeah, here's a team that some people doubted coming into the season. Obviously heard all the chatter, banded together, and now they've strung together some great wins.
And you know what? They've been on fire to start the year, so they deserve a lot of credit. We'll see if they can continue to rack up the wins going forward.
And let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, we know it's been a journey to the NBA for AI. Now, he says he owes a lot to the players and the coaches from the Mad Ants, and one player in particular, Paul Tatum, a former forward from the Bulls and Heat, showed AI what it meant to be a pro, how to have the right approach. AI said he feels he owes Tatum more than anybody else. Guys?
Great reporting as always, David. AI really credits Tatum for his development.
Yeah, and, you know, I remember Tatum when he was in the league, a very smart player, and it's nice to see he is guiding others, finding their way in the league.
And Clark, with the full bulk of the NBA season still ahead of us, what can players do to prepare themselves physically and mentally for this long, long season?
I think you've got to try to find ways and mechanisms to stay fresh. Obviously, you've got to do your work in the gym and in the weight room, but also in your rest and recovery. I think you just got to be diligent and consistent, and then find
a platoon swap here for the Lakers. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Saric comes in for Taj Gibson. Anthony Tolliver, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And it's Teagan for Derrick Rose. On the court for Minnesota, Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. Charge is out there with Anthony Tolliver, and it's Jang in at the 5 spot. Back to Teague. 1:16 left in the first quarter. And that's good. Anthony Tolliver for 3. Tolliver's got his first 3 points of the game.
Teague's ability to find the open man makes him one of the better passing point guards in the league.
Back to AI. Ball against Wiggins. Ball kicks to Ingram. There's the pass to AI. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Hart's checked in, and a change for the Timberwolves. Jones is checked in. 51 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Hart. Here's AI. Uses the glass to finish the layup. AI's got his second bucket of the night.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Jones finds Jang. Teague with the ball. Working on AI. That's good from Teague on the assist by Jang.
Hey, Teague's not a big guy, but he's not really pint-sized. Nonetheless, impressive work for the little fella to get it done inside.
Zubac the pass to AI. And it's ball in the corner. Pass to Beasley. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
Boy, Ball has a nice feel for when his guys are open. He's solid, really solid when it comes to getting his teammates clean looks.
Jones kicks to Saric with 4 seconds on the clock, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line. Gotta like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Timberwolves lead by 2. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony Towns, knows it's important to keep his teammates involved.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide open shots that I think everyone in the team would love for me to take if I have the opportunity. But also at the end of the day, making sure everyone gets a chance to be in the candy shop.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take so far in the Timberwolves?
Just they've gotten to the line with tremendous consistency here through the first period.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though, Greg. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop in the opposing team scoring.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Minnesota, Charge is out there with Anthony Tolliver. Then it's Gorgie Jang. Then it's Jones. And it's Teague in at the point guard position. And stolen by AI. Fast break, the Lakers. Buries it down low. AI's got 6.
That's just too easy. I mean, you can't let him post you like that.
Yeah, where's your fight? You got to show more fight than that.
Jones dishes to Tolliver. Teague with a clean look. From outside, off the mark. Lakers trailed by 3. And you look at Jeff Teague, now with a decade in the league out of Wake Forest. Greg, what does he bring to the table aside from the fact that he's been in the playoffs every single year of his career?
Yeah, I mean, he's an explosive slasher and really has grown as a playmaker. Not a star, but a quality starting point guard.
Can't connect from 14 feet out.
No other way to say it. Flat out bad defense. Didn't even contest the shot. Lucky for them, he misfired on it.
And stolen by AI. A miss that time would have put him up.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
Passes it to Zubac. Lakers passing it around. Here's AI. Beasley to pass the ball. Inside. AI can't hit. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. That will conclude a 5-game road trip for him. He sinks the 11-footer. Teague's got his second bucket of the night.
Can't take Teague lightly from the mid-range now because he's consistent at cashing in from there.
Timeout called the Lakers. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
And so it's Minnesota ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, what...
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Andrew Wiggins. Really big. And the Lakers with some changes. Ivica Zubac has checked in for JaVale McGee. And AI subbed in for Rajon Rondo. AI kicks to Harris. AI passes to Zubac. Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They're moving on up. 4th spot in the rankings this time around.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they love the situation they're in right now, playing very well, but looking ahead. They know there's still a lot left to prove.
LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Harris is out there with AI. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Laker 5. And this Timberwolves team, so fun to watch.
I agree. All-star talent on the rise, athleticism, and they can light it up too. Yeah, fun group.
Now here's Rose. He's guarded by AI. Towns finds Wiggins. Over Harris. Trying to get open is Gibson. Another shot. He lays it in. Gibson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Timberwolves.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
LeBron dishes to Harris. To the inside. Stolen by Rose. Lets a floater go. Kicks it out to Wiggins. Back to Towns. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Harris. Lakers trail by 9. Here's AI. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists in the game.
Nice looking floater there, Kevin. Such a fast shot, a quick release. It's really hard to guard that.
Rose passes to Gibson. Towns up top. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket. Towns has got 8 points.
Quick trigger off the catch and shoot. Towns giving the defense no time to react.
AI passes to Kuzma. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. Ahead. Rose, that's good. 7 points in the game.
Boy, he hit his teammate in the perfect spot. Led him easily to the bucket. That's what you call a room service assist.
AI kicks to James. The position of power forward, Clark, that was your position. Did you ever think it would become a major weapon for stretching the floor as it is now?
No, I didn't see that evolution happening. I mean, again, at that time in the 80s, even into the 90s, you had the small forward and the power forward was more of an enforcer. I was actually kind of a hybrid at the time because I could deal inside effectively on the glass and because of my size and strength, but also could step out and put it on the floor and pass it a little bit. So no, the evolution with the 4-man in this day and age, I did not foresee that at all. Love what's happened with it, but it speaks, I think, to the athleticism and skill of these bigger guys now.
It does. Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Zubac. Ingram comes in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Harris. LeBron passes to AI. Ball's knocked loose. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Rajon Rondo is... Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. On the court for Minnesota, Gibson plays the 4 with Towns in the middle. Teague out there with Rose, and it's Covington in at the 3.
You know, the defense knew how to play at that time, liked how they made their presence felt without committing the foul.
AI passes to James, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Timberwolves leading by 4. And stolen by AI. And AI throws it down.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Towns uses the glass to drop it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 4.
The inside-outside game of Towns very solid. Not many big men can match him in that department.
And it's AI missing. It's tipped and stolen by AI. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they've defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. Rose kicks to Gibson. Wiggins with it. AI picks him up. Here's Towns. No good that time, so the Lakers will take it the other way. Here's AI. No good. That would have tied it. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That's his first foul. And it's Towns with the ball. He'll bring it up for Minnesota. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Back to Rose. Wiggins kicks to Covington. 6 to shoot. The kick out to Towns. And the 3-ball is good. Towns has got 5 points in the quarter.
Man, how about the cool, calm collectedness of Towns? Helps him come through when the game gets snug.
Lakers working the ball around now. AI dishes to McGee. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Minnesota leading by 5. Rose scanning the floor. Pass to Towns. To the paint. Here's Wiggins. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact. And he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, it's interesting. Some people say Wiggins should play meaner, but to me the most important thing is that he improves his overall game every year.
That's off as well, so he misses both. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Definitely saved the layup with that foul, and he'll make him earn them from the line, and that's what you want to see.
Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a 2-possession deficit.
Slane and Lane all comers. Wiggins with the confidence to put the team on his back when it matters most.
Towns with the steal. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. Outside, Towns. Rose kicks to Wiggins. It's Covington on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Shoots over McGee. No good off the front iron.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
The pass to Kuzma. Down low. AI can't hit. And so they foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so the Timberwolves take the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. See you next time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna get up with it sometime. Try to get a court in my house, get everything refurbished, repainted, and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's the sort of thing. Just get all.
Hey, Chris. weekend. Your My Player can be one of the
2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson, sitting alongside the big diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, and the prop plane, Kenny Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Sacramento Kings up against the Los Angeles Lakers. Last game for the Lakers, they ended up with a loss to the Timberwolves. They split the season series against these guys last season, 2 games apiece. Should be a good one tonight.
It's an all-Western Conference matchup in today's game as the Lakers come into town for this one. We've got an action, and we've got time for a quick pregame report. With that being said, let's head to the sideline and our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. D.A.?
Well, guys,
You're right, D.A. He wants rings and nothing less. This season, right now in the beginning stages, but some teams, Chris, already exceeding expectations. How do they keep that momentum? How do they keep things rolling? Changes for Sacramento. Bielitsa comes in for Cauley Stein. And Farrell subbed in for Fox. And then for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac has checked in for JaVale McGee. And AI subbed in for Rajon Rondo. So for the Lakers right now, LeBron and Kuzma make up the forwards. Harris is out there with AI. And it's Zubac in at the 5. Home in the paint. Barnes looking around. 6 on the shot clock. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Kuzma passes to AI. That one drops for him.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Farrell kicks to Bielitsa. Back to Farrell. Pass to Bagley. The Lakers with the rebound. Coming off that loss against the Timberwolves.
And that was a stinker. I mean, that's one of those games where you really can't find anything that they did well. The game just got out of hand and really just a shaky performance across the board.
Man, the only surprise is that the margin wasn't greater. I mean, somehow they managed to hang around despite the lack of effort, Greg.
Now Barnes. 5 points in the game. Can't connect from 14 feet out. Kuzma passes to AI. Here's Farrell. He's guarded by AI. Bucket is good. Bielitsa's got his first 2 points of the night.
I like to see them getting the ball down low and then getting a quality shot.
Here's LeBron. That shot off. Good D by Barnes.
He keeps battling, but so far this quarter, he hasn't been able to get it going.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession. Kufis checked in for Sacramento. Bogdanovich comes in for Buddy Hield. And then for the Lakers, Michael Beasley. He's checked in for Kyle Kuzma. Ingram comes in for James. And it's Lonzo Ball in for Harris. A nice shot by Kufis.
And when he squares up, his height makes him a tough assignment.
Yeah, even when you get a hand up, it's hard to really affect his shot.
Ingram dishes to AI. Beasley kicks the ball. Here's AI. pass to Beasley. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Farrell for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. And that makes it a tie ball game.
And a lot of scoring here early on. This is the type of game the fans love to see.
And the type of game that many coaches hate. Very little defense being played on either end.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And looking at what we've seen from Sacramento so far, guys, what do you think?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Oh, yeah, small lead so far, but it's building fast, and they better watch out.
So the Lakers 5 right now. Beasley out there with Brandon Ingram. Then it's AI. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Ball in at the shooting guard position.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. And the layup's good off the glass. AI's got his second basket.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Goes to Kufis. Some call him 2K. Over 10 years now. Hard to believe of NBA experience.
Wow, he's a quality player out of Greece. I mean, a quality role player. He knows his role. Rebound, defend, finish inside.
Here's AI. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. AI's got 4 points in the quarter. Just over 1 minute has passed here in the second quarter. Farrell passes to Kufis. Barnes outside. And here's Kufis. Lock at 6. On the wing, Barnes. He's covered by Ingram, and the shot goes down. Barnes has got 7 points. Los Angeles calls timeout. Every year there seem to be a few rookies, C-Web, who immediately show that they should have been drafted a lot higher. Why is there the difficulty in placing these guys where they should be drafted? Why are evaluations sometimes wrong?
Evaluations, they can be so iffy.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be the Lakers making a switch here. AI has checked in. For Sacramento, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. That's good from Barnes. See, Webb, there was a time when athletes spoke up about societal issues and they were simply told to, just stick to sports. That is no longer the case.
Basketball was built on players speaking their mind. The one thing about the game of basketball, whether you're from Serbia like my friend Vladi or you're from Detroit like me, it's an urban game. And you cannot leave the problems of urban society just because you were blessed with the talent to play basketball. So many of us speak up on societal issues. Just because we made it doesn't mean that our friends and family are out of those situations. We're not in a bubble in which we don't see how those issues affect us, our family, or our friends. And so just because we're blessed with basketball abilities, sporting abilities, does not mean that we're exempt from the problems in society. And if we have a platform and can speak out, why not? And I'm very proud of what guys in the league has done, whether it's LeBron James and his scholarship program, or whether it's Chris Paul and others, or Steve Kerr speaking up for societal issues. For me, it's refreshing, but it also is in the lineage of the greats that started this game in basketball, speaking up for the voiceless.
Fox is at the point with Hield next to him at the 2. Down low, it's Bagley and Cauley-Stein. And it's Barnes in at the 3 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, the Kings signed some quality vets last season, but when the losses piled up, They decided to go young. Now, the focus is on development. The veterans still have a role, providing steadying presence on the court and in the locker room. Kevin?
David, it certainly is a balancing act. Thanks for that report. Bielitsa with the bucket. Lakers trail by 14. Ball kicks to LeBron. Floats it up for AI. And a missed layup.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Bogdanovich against Beasley. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got his second bucket tonight.
And you can see the comfortable level Bogdanovich has. I mean, close to the rim, he knows he has the touch. Bogdanovich, a great understanding of how to play the game of basketball. That IQ, that confidence, very valuable to this young Sacramento team.
And Bogdanovich, well-liked in the locker room.
A great teammate, and he's one at the highest levels in Europe. Look, he brings a leadership and an understanding of what it takes.
Barnes hits them both. Lakers trail by 18. Ball, the pass to AI. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And he makes that one. James has got 9.
James, such a terrific interior scorer. Simple, under control, and on the money.
Farrell kicks to Bielitsa. Back to Farrell. To the middle. Bank shot. No good.
You know, he really just tried to do a little too much there. He shouldn't be afraid to kick that one back out.
It's deflected. Bogdanovich against Ball. The pass to Farrell. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. The shot from 20 feet away. No, it doesn't go. His fourth miss in 8 attempts. Lakers trail by 16. Here's AI. And stolen by Barnes. Farrell looking around from 15 feet away. Offensive rebound. Bielitsa with the bucket. 8 points for him.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
And so it's Sacramento holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them.
Sacramento making some changes. Bagley, he's checked in for Cauley Stein, and it's Buddy Hield in for Barnes. The Lakers also changing it up. Zubac is checked in for JaVale McGee. Beasley comes in for Brandon Ingram. And AI is subbed in for Josh Hart. Taking a look at Los Angeles. AI is out there with Lonzo Ball. And it's LeBron James. Then there's Beasley. And it's Zubac in at the center, filling out the middle. Now, here's Fox. He's guarded by AI. Here's Hield. And it's Bielitsa with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Sacramento making some changes. Kufis checked in for Bielitsa. Burks comes in for Bogdanovich. And Farrell subbed in for Fox. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Hart's checked in. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Sacramento.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Buddy Hield.
He was too much for them to deal with tonight, plain and simple. They tried all sorts of ways to contain him, and nothing worked.
Farrell passes to Bagley. Back to Farrell. He kicks to Bagley. Passes it to Farrell. Now Burks. He's covered by Ball. In the corner, it's Healed. Shoots over Ball. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's AI. Count that one.
Oh, look at that awareness of Ball. Fantastic at recognizing when his teammates are wide open.
And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Well, this one is winding down now. Sacramento can run out the clock. First free throw is good.
2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 8 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. AI kicks to Zubats. Back to AI. Basket good.
Those passes into the paint have to be precise, just like that one.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense, potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you.
I think Clay got a faster release, though.
Oh, is that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Debatable.